Hard to believe Week 5 of the 2020 Ohio high school football season has been completed. We witnessed some great games and individual performances we're about to recognize as we present the players selected for your consideration as First Star Logistics Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week. Dave Burke, First Star Football Report. We want to thank First Star Logistics for their continued support. If you're looking for a new career, check out First Star Logistics as they are hiring. Before we get started, do us a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Help us grow our channel. Also, make sure you check out FirstStarFootballReport.com to vote for the player you feel should be the First Star Logistics Defensive and Offensive Player of the Week. Week 5 saw some great performances in some great games, as several players helped their teams win championships. Here are the players up for First Star Logistics Defensive Player of the Week. Demario Griffin, cornerback, Clark Montessori. The senior cornerback posted 7 total tackles, 5 solos, to go with a sack, an interception he returned for 26 yards, and a fumble recovery in a 50-8 win over Riverview East. He also scored a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown in the win. Antonio O'Barry, defensive end, Huber Heights Wayne. The senior is one of the biggest under-the-radar prospects and had his biggest game of the season with 14 total tackles, 7 solos, and a 31-24 win over Fairmont. Allen Deuce Shaw II, linebacker, Moeller. Shaw continues to impress with his play. Despite being on the losing end, Shaw posted 9 total tackles, 8 solos, and a sack in a loss to St. Xavier. Bartley Thomas, defensive back, Elder. The junior posted 5 total tackles, 4 solos, to go with 2 sacks and an interception in the Panthers' 35-7 win over Walnut Hills. Jordan Jones, linebacker, Hamilton. The senior linebacker posted 12 total tackles, 6 solos, and a sack in a 12-7 win over Mason. Caleb Lamb, linebacker, Waynesville. The senior linebacker had a sack and 3 interceptions, one that he returned for a touchdown in a 28-6 win over Carlisle. Jeremy Holloway, defensive back, Stebbins. The senior defensive back posted 14 total tackles in a history-making 29-21 win over Fairborn. The win made Stebbins the Miami Valley League Valley Division champions, the first championship since 1973 for the school. Jacob Harrison, safety, Schroeder. The junior safety posted 6 tackles with 3 sacks and a forced fumble in a 28-0 win. In 2 games, Harrison has 22 total tackles and 4 sacks. Karan Coleman, linebacker, Piqua. The senior continues to be a significant reason for the 5-0 Miami Division champions as a two-way standout. Against Tippecanoe, Coleman could have earned recognition on both sides of the ball. We've placed him on the defensive side with a 9-tackle performance that included a sack. Add in 112 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, and Coleman should be considered one of the top players this season in Southwest Ohio.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realize self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Here are the players up for First Star Logistics Offensive Player of the Week. Davion Gather, quarterback, Mount Healthy. The junior athlete was 4 of 8 passing for 67 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also adding 167 yards rushing on 12 carries and 1 touchdown in a 34-0 win over Talawanda. Jaheim Cherry, quarterback, Northwest. The senior quarterback passed for 136 yards and 1 touchdown, while rushing for 217 yards and a touchdown in a 24-12 win over Harrison. Tyrus Stevenson, running back Withrow. The junior running back rushed for 179 yards on 26 carries for 5 touchdowns in a 59-0 win over Aiken. In 2 games, Stevenson has rushed for 353 yards and 6 scores. Austin Harden, quarterback Milford. The sophomore quarterback was 17 of 29 for 314 yards and 5 touchdowns in a 55-26 win over Little Miami. Will Shulock, quarterback Turpin. The junior quarterback was 23 of 30 for 368 yards and 6 touchdowns in a 40-29 win over Lebanon. Chase Harrison, quarterback Centerville. The junior quarterback was 7 of 12 for 272 yards and 4 touchdowns in a 49-10 win over Beaver Creek. Tashawn Smoot, quarterback Springfield. The junior quarterback dominated, going 19 of 27 for 265 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also rushing for 101 yards and a touchdown in a 34-0 win over Springboro. Ryan Nolan, quarterback St. Xavier. Nolan got his first varsity start, filling in for the Bombers' starting quarterback, and was superb, going 20 of 23 for 274 yards and 2 touchdowns with no interceptions, while also adding 34 yards rushing in a 43-14 win over Moeller. Ty Thornton, quarterback Indian Hill. The junior quarterback dominated, going 15 of 19 for 174 yards and 4 touchdowns, while also adding 130 yards on the ground with 2 scores in a 60-6 win over Taylor. C.J. Hester, running back Wyoming. The sophomore averaged 12.9 yards a carry to finish with 142 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns in a 63-7 win over Finneytown. Jody Burton, running back Belmont. The senior running back came up big against Ponce Career Technology Center with 117 yards rushing, 52 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns in a 56-12 win. Carson Van Hoos, running back Clinton Massey. The junior running back is having a great season, with his most significant outing coming this past weekend against New Richmond with 266 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns in a 49-41 win. There you have all the players nominated for Week 5, First Star Logistics Defensive and Offensive Players of the Week. Please, again, do us a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Help us grow this channel. Also remember to cast your vote. Go to firststarfootballreport.com. There are separate polls, one for offense and one for defense. The player from each category with the most votes will be the First Star Logistics Offensive or Defensive Player of the Week. When we look at the total votes from both categories, the player with the most overall votes earns First Star Logistics Player of the Week.